What's up, guys, and welcome back to my next video. Hope you're all doing fine, and let me remind you, I'm reading $1,000, and we're gonna finish this story today. So let's do this. Open a saloon, said the cabbie, promptly and huskily. I know a place I could take money in with both hands. It's a 4-story brick on the corner. I've got it figured out. Second story, Chinks and Chopsy. Third floor, manicures and foreign missions. Fourth floor, pool room. If you was thinking of putting up the cap... Oh no, said Gillian. I merely ask from curiosity. I take you by the hour. Drive till I tell you to stop. 8 blocks down Broadway, Gillian poked up the trap with his cane, and got out. A blind man sat upon a stool on the sidewalk selling pencils. Gillian went out and stood before him. "Excuse me," he said, "but would you mind telling me what you would do if you had $1,000? You get out of that cab that just drove up, didn't you?" asked the blind man. "I did," said Gillian. "I guess you're all right," said the pencil dealer, "to ride in a cab by daylight. Take a look at that if you like." He drew a small book from his coat pocket and held it out. Gillian opened it and saw that it was a bank deposit book. It showed a balance of $1,785 to the blind man's credit. Gillian returned the book and got into the cab. "I forgot something," he said. "You may drive to the law offices of Tolman and Sharp at Broadway." Lawyer Tolman looked at him honestly and inquiringly through his gold-rimmed glasses. "I beg your pardon," said Gillian cheerfully, "but may I ask you a question? It is not an impertinent, I hope. Was Miss Hayden left anything by my uncle's will besides the ring and the $10? "Nothing," said Mr. Tolman. "I thank you very much, sir," said Gillian, and out he went to his cab. He gave the driver the address of his late uncle's home. Miss Hayden was reading letters in the library. She was small and slender, and clothed in black, but would you have noticed her eyes? Gillian drifted in with his air of regarding the world as inconsequent. "I've just come from Old Thomas," he explained. "They've been going over the papers down there. They found a..." Gillian searched his memory for a legal term. "They found an amendment or a postscript or something to the will. It seemed that the old boy loosened up a little on second thoughts and willed you $1,000. I was driving up this way and Tolman asked me to bring you the money. Here it is. You'd better count to see if it's right." Gillian laid the money beside her hand on the desk. Miss Hayden turned a while. "Oh," she said, and again, "Oh." Gillian half turned and looked out the window. "I suppose, of course," he said, in a low voice, that you know I love you. I'm sorry, said Miss Hayden, taking up her money. There is no use, asked Gillian, almost light-heartedly. I'm sorry, she said again. May I write a note? Asked Gillian with a smile. He seated himself at the big library table. He supplied him with paper and pen, and then went back to her secretary. Gillian made out his account on his expenditure of the $1,000 in these words: paid by the black sheep, Robert Gillian, 1,000, on account of the eternal happiness owned by heaven to the best and dearest woman on earth. Gillian slipped his reading into an envelope, bowed, and went his way. His cab stopped again at the offices of Tolman and Sharp. I have expended the $1,000, he said cheerily to Tolman of the gold glasses, and I have come to render account of it as I agreed. There is quite a feeling of summer in the air. Do you not think so, Mister? Don't you think so? Do you not think so, Mr. Tolman? He tossed a white envelope on the lawyer's table. You will find there a memorandum, sir, of the modus operandi of the vanishing of the dollars. Without touching the envelope, Mr. Tolman went to a door and called his partner Sharp. Together they explored the caverns of an immense safe. Forth they dragged a trophy of their search, a big envelope sealed with wax. These they forcibly invaded and wagged their venerable hats together over its contents. Then Tolman became spokesman. Mr. Gillian, he said formally, there was a codicil to your uncle's will. It was entrusted to us privately, with instructions that it be not opened until you had furnished us with a full account of your handling of the 1,000 bequeathed in the will. As you have fulfilled the conditions, my partner and I have read the codicil. Is it some lawyer term? I do not wish to encumber your understanding with its legal phraseology, but I will acquaint you with the spirit of its contents. In the event that your disposition of the 1,000 demonstrates that you possesses any of the qualifications that deserve reward, much benefit will accrue to you. Mr. Sharp and I are named as the judges, and I assure you that we will do our duty strictly according to justice, with liberality. We are not at all unfavorably disposed toward you, Mr. Gillen. But let us return to the letter of the codicil. If your disposal of the money in question has been prudent, wise, or unselfish, it is in our power to hand you over bonds to the value of 50,000, which have been placed in our hands for that purpose. But if, as our client, the late Mr. Gillen, explicitly provides, you have used this money as you have used money in the past. I quote the late Mr. Gillen in reprehensible dissipation among disreputable associations. The 50,000 is to be paid to Miriam Hayden, ward of the late Mr. Gillen, without delay. Now, Mr. Gillen, Mr. Sharp, and I will examine your account in regard to 1,000. You submit it in writing, I believe. I hope you will repose confidence in our decision. Mr. Tolman reached for the envelope. Gillen was a little bit quicker in taking it up. He tore the account and its cover leisurely into strips and dropped them into his pocket. "It's all right," he said smilingly. There isn't a bit of need to bother you with this. I don't suppose you would understand these itemized bets anyway. I lost the $1,000 on the races. Good day to you, gentlemen. Tolman and Sharp shook their heads mournfully at each other when Gillen left, for they heard him whistling gaily in their hallway, and he waited for the elevator. Alright guys, don't waste your money, and see you tomorrow on the next story. Thank you for joining. Bye.